Ladies and gentlemen, about a week ago I said the market's only going up because Wall Street thinks that there won't be a 75 point basis 75 point basis 75 basis point hike, and it's going to come crashing down. It's going to come crashing down right before November 8th. I said that. Now we have CNBC Fed approves 75 basis point hike to take rates to highest since 2008 and hints at change in policy ahead. But the market is already tanking. It tanked 500 points today, 505 points, and in the pre-markets, Dow futures, it's down 542 points. The NASDAQ is down 411 points. And I just want to show you something. This is Biden's America. Now you might say, well, what's the big deal? Amazon is almost like an economic indicator at this point. It's down 45%, 46% year to date. Okay? And that should tell you the economic environment. And an economic environment where Democrats have run the economy into the ground. First with shutdowns that they gleefully championed, and now they want amnesty for those despicable shutdowns. And then for making it difficult, going to battle with oil and gas companies, corporations, the industry, the oil and gas industries, making it difficult for them to function, banning leasing on federal lands, for example, halting pipelines, okay, protecting the climate, and then reversing, doing a 180 and flooding 200 million barrels of strategic petroleum reserves that aren't meant to make up for catastrophic decisions by a Democratic president. These people are all over the place all the time. They lie more than anyone else in human history, and then they say, oh, Trump lies so much. His lies have to do with crowd size. Biden's lies have to do with meeting Hunter's business associates and pocketing money. Almost certainly there are graft schemes, felonies there that you can impeach Joe for, and that will happen in 2023. But here, Dow Jones down 505 points, down 533 points in the Dow Jones futures in the pre-markets, and the Fed raises interest rates to the highest point since 2008. Hit subscribe to this channel. I will have a live stream tonight at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to talk about this. Be here for the live stream at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, ladies and gentlemen. And check out the segment I have prior to this one. It's actually really important, and I'll put the segment below in the description section. The New Hampshire Senate contest is looking like the Republican is going to win. And it's really amazing. Check out that segment. Republican Don Bolduc winning New Hampshire Senate in latest poll over Maggie Hassan amid red wave. Okay, not many people are interested in the New Hampshire Senate contest, but that could, if Don Bolduc flips that, you're looking at 53 or 54 possible seats in the Senate, in addition to a red wave in the House. I mean, this is an absolute nightmare for Democrats, and I know that this channel, I'm playing it safe, and I'm playing it like, I could talk about, the bizarre, peculiar, very strange story taking place in San Francisco now, and I could talk about other things, but I just want to focus on the red wave, the eventual impeachment, investigations into Hunter, issues with, for example, Twitter becoming a completely different platform, and that we're seeing that it will no longer be an echo chamber for Democrats. I want to talk about soon Trump launching his 2024 campaign. He will do that almost certainly officially announced in November, although he's pretty much denounced in his recent speeches. So there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about on this channel. And I think that my viewers, or I think that YouTube in general, hasn't really we haven't really seen the red wave. We haven't really seen the excitement, the enthusiasm, the passion that's going to take place for so long. Trump and Trump Republicans have been on the defensive with endless investigations from Democrats that are just like based on nothing. They've investigated Trump for 7 years. They couldn't even indict him. You don't even have to investigate Hunter for more than a couple of months to find 150 suspicious financial transactions linked to graft. Same thing that happened in Tammany Hall. Democrats haven't changed for like close to 200 years. They just haven't changed, or 120 years. They haven't changed. The same political party. You don't need to investigate private servers with top secret intel. You already know. You had a private server siphoning top secret intelligence. James Comey even stated that no reasonable prosecutor would indict, but you know what? There were laws broken. But you have a diesel shortage in the United States of America. We have an economy where there's 8.5% real wages down. Amazon, for example, is down close to 50%. Okay, there's a reason for that. The economy is in the tank. And energy prices are going to go back up. OPEC has cut production by 2 million barrels per day. We're still below where we were in terms of oil production with Trump. And even in a recession, there's still going to be demand for oil and gas. Global demand. Because not every country is going to be in a recession like us. Or will have as severe of a recession as we will have. So there will be demand for oil and gas going up. Fossil fuels will be more expensive, not less expensive. So Democrats want to address climate change. They've done so by making fossil fuels even more expensive and even more appealing without providing any alternative. But still they're preaching and pontificating and condemning. So they're very good at that. But be here for the live stream. We're going to talk about the red wave. We're going to talk about, that's at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. But the market's tanking. After hours is going to tank. It's probably going to go down 1,000 points. It's totally counterintuitive. It could go up tomorrow. But the likelihood is that it tanks the rest of the week, which will be very amusing, or not amusing, but interesting. Not hilarious, but something that Democrats do not want. So you don't want the market to tank 1,000 points or 2,000 points or 1,500 points, for example, in one day. You don't want that right before November 8th, which is what's going to take place. This is the worst thing that could happen for Democrats. In addition to Fetterman's debate performance, a market meltdown, a stock market meltdown is the absolute worst thing that can happen, because you have retirement accounts and 401ks already down on average $25,000. So I mean, it's like, how much money are you willing to spend just to not read Trump's tweets, or just to not see the orange menace in the Oval Office? Democrats have forced everyone to spend 8.5% real wages. So inflation is at 8 to 9%, but it's far greater. The cost of energy, rent, food, all of this is like either close to 20% or far greater than 20% in terms of how much prices have increased. So then you have real wages down on average, or according to Dallas Fed, 8.5% for a great many American workers. And all of this was done because people didn't like mean tweets. You had a choice. 2 years ago, people had a choice, and now they have that choice again. It's buyer's remorse. They could have had mean tweets and a great economy and a great foreign policy where we didn't have the potential for nuclear, possible annihilation in Europe. Or we have mashed potato brains now in the Oval Office, a carbon copy, running in Pennsylvania against Oz. But we have mashed potato brains, who doesn't have a fantastic personality, by the way. He's not going to win any personality contests. If anything, Trump has a much better personality than he does. But you have somebody who almost certainly pocketed millions upon millions from Hunter and shady business deals that, of course, the Federal Bureau of Investigation doesn't care about because it sides with one political party. But we have the emails. Rand Paul, Ron Johnson, Matt Gaetz, Rudy Giuliani, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan, James Comer, all of these Trump Republicans have all of the emails. You can't, he wrote the emails. So these are emails that show clear violations of the law. It's like you can try to hide the criminality, but at the end of the day, there are actual crimes there. They couldn't find a crime with Trump. So hit subscribe to this channel. I'll be here for the live stream tonight, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that things are just building up to a day of celebration. I don't think people, what I was trying to say earlier on, I don't think people truly realize the sea change, the paradigm change, the complete pendulum, the shift, the swinging of the pendulum back towards sanity, which Democrats view as, the opposite. But we're going to get back towards focusing on economic growth with Republicans. Thank God. You have these socialists or left-leaning people. I was on the left my whole life, like, working class. Is the working class better? Are they wealthier now? Are they doing better now, or did they do better in 2019 when poverty was at a record low with Trump, the Orange Menace, and all demographics had the highest ever household median income on record? Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. I'll be here for the live stream at 6.